Ta-da! Hello, class. Good afternoon. Welcome, Internet, to this channel, Butterfly Square Garden. We are a place for butterflies to be safe. It's a sanctuary. That's what these are. And that's what, that's what, if I were to show you in the corner, that's what, upside down. That's what these are. We've got caterpillars and we've got chrysalises. Um, there's one behind, but there's one in front. And you can see the caterpillar moving. They go like when they're done eating, they'll he's thrashing around back there. You see that? Metapod, you struggle. There's another caterpillar who's like disturbing him. But I can't open the cups up because then they'll introduce bacteria and stuff, so I just want to leave them alone. Yeah, the caterpillars will eat all the food on the bottom, and then they'll climb to the top and they'll make that J shape that you're seeing. And then they'll shed their skin, and that thing that you see there is the pupa, or the chrysalis, which a moth would actually spin a silk cocoon and wrap itself up and be all snug for winter. But butterflies don't necessarily do that. They just shed their skin and they thrash around like that guy back there. Um, and they harden up. Metapod, use harden. Um, and then in a week or two, they'll emerge as a beautiful butterfly. So it's really from the inside out. Caterpillars, they emerge from their eggs and then they go through 5 instars, which means that they shed their skin 5 times as they grow. And they start out like, I'm telling you, the size of a pinhead. And every day they just double in size until they're like that big. I just showed you. And that's just the painted ladies. The monarch and the swallowtail caterpillars get even bigger, so that's why I can't wait for winter to be over. There's a ton of butterflies. Not just painted ladies are the easiest. I'm showing you like with my hand over here. Um, Painted ladies are the easiest to get because they're called the Metropolitan. I think that's what they're called. Oh, my little hair puff. Um, yeah, they're like the everything everywhere butterfly. So um, they're super easy. They're like pigeons, but butterflies. Swallowtails and monarchs are little. Swallowtails are easy. Anyways, moving on. We're only 3 minutes in. Usually takes me like 10 minutes to tell you what we're doing. So, as a class, I always tell y'all that it's super important to learn how to draw and that anyone who knows how to read and write can and should know how to draw. If you can hold the pencil, if you can write your name, you can draw. So we've got this book called The New Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, a brand new edition of the classic, expanded and updated. It's harder to see. A course in enhancing creativity and artistic confidence. So shout out to Betty Edwards for writing this book. And if you think my makeup looks silly, I have an excess of makeup and I'm just kind of trying to use it all up. So if you want to help me use it all up, come over and I'll do your nails, I'll do your eyeshadow, I'll do your lips. You can look like Ariel the mermaid. I'll dress you up. I've got I found a bunch of kids' toys in the basement. And I started wearing it because I thought it looked nice, and everyone thinks it's real. So, um, showing you my nails because I always show off my nails real fast. Dude, those are really nice nails. Will it focus? I'm still kind of learning how to get cameras to work. So, anyways, we always start off class by reading together. So let's read together. Do 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 do. So, drawing like other is a global skill, like reading, driving, skiing, walking, and it's made up of component skills that become integrated into a whole skill. And once you've learned the components and integrated them, you can draw. Just like once you learn to read, you know how to read for life, and once you learn how to walk, you can walk for life. You don't have to go on forever adding additional skills. Progress takes the form of practice, refinement of technique, and learning what to use the skills for. So, sound too good to be true? It's true. You can learn. Anyone can learn in a reasonably short time. This was an exciting discovery because it meant that a person can learn to draw in a reasonably short time. Um, how much time have you put in? I've been asking you guys 5 minutes a day, and it's been many, many days, and I haven't gotten anything from y'all. So give me a like, give me a comment, give me a subscribe. Let's draw together. Let's build this community. Yeah. So she made a class, and she's like, "I'm going to teach everyone how to draw, but we don't need a killer class. We need a liver class." Liver. So there's 5 basic skills of drawing. Who's been here before? Let's read them out loud together. 1. Perception of edges. 2. Perception of spaces. 3. Perception of relationships. I'm trying to make this fun. 4. Perception of lights and shadows. And 5. Perception of the whole, or the gestalt. And it talks about over here how they build on each other. So each skill, it builds on the next. Once you have edges, then you can put them together and you got a space. And then once you have multiple spaces, you have relationships. And lights and shadows just kind of helps you make it 3-dimensional instead of 2-dimensional. And the gestalt is putting it all together. So you really only need 4 skills because the 5th skill is like the first 4 skills put together. Does that make sense? All right, sorry, I'm trying to plug my phone back in because I don't know how long this video is going to be. So, I never thought I would wear lipstick, and I started wearing lipstick, but I didn't like the way that it felt on my lips. So now I have to do chapstick, then lipstick, then chapstick again. And then I do that. So, this is also a makeup channel. I was kind of saying that and then I forgot. Same thing with your nails. Like if you're painting your nails, do a base coat, then do the color, then do a top coat. So, we're just all having fun here. I did eyeliner, but I also did some. The only foundation I have is for like darker skin tones, so that's why I'm all dark right now. Just pretend I got a tan under my eyes. So this book talks about L mode and R mode. You can't read it because it's too far off, but it basically talks about like L mode is logical linguistic and R mode is spatial and holistic. Like it puts it all together really fast. If you want to get good at looking at edges, because that's what we're doing, we're training our eyeballs. That's what I would tell my children. Um, art teacher, you know the whole story by now, right? I'm an art teacher. I'm teaching you guys, but I also want to get better myself, and we're also doing makeup and butterflies and whatever else you want to add to the channel. Still gonna do yogas and juggling, but we haven't gotten to that yet. We even had a cleaning episode. So This guy over here is like looking at his hand, but he's got his paper and he's drawing. What he's really doing is he's looking at the lines in his hand and he's drawing those lines without looking at the hand. I mean, without looking at the drawing. You're looking at the hand the whole time. I keep pointing at the computer screen. This guy's looking at his hand and he's looking at the wrinkles and he's drawing them on the paper, but he's not looking at the paper because it doesn't matter what you draw. If you want to get good at drawing, it doesn't matter what you draw. It all matters on what you see and what you can interpret that information. So that's why this is all like scribble, 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 scribble. That's literally this whole exercise. Set the clock for 5 minutes because it goes more into detail. In order to shift from the right brain, which is suited for drawing, you have to switch from the left brain, which isn't suited for drawing, to the right brain. And the reason why you have to do this, unless you're just naturally right-brained, and we're using those terms just for the sake of convenience and language. Drawing on the right brain, if you move into that, you have multiple perceptions, and the more time you spend in the R mode, the easier it is to like stay there. I don't know. What I'm trying to say, I dropped my fring fell. That's an inside joke with my friends. The left brain doesn't like to draw, so if you ask it to draw, it will get upset. The thing is that the left brain is the dominant mode of perception. It's what we do all day long. You gotta be logical. You gotta you gotta do that. So it's natural, but you gotta give it up. So if you draw for more than 5 minutes, you'll pretty much cross over, and at that point, it's pretty much like get rid of whatever you were doing and start over. Anyways, I always tell everyone that we should be drawing anatomy and we gotta be practicing, you know, practice your anatomy because we will be drawing our portraits and it'll just make it easier. So don't you want to draw like this? Don't you want to draw like this? Because you can. Don't you want to be like, hey friend, can I draw you? Hey friend, can I draw you? Hey friend, can I draw you? And you could. Hey friend, can I draw you? Hey friend, can I draw your butt? Hey friend, can I draw you your front butt? And so get an anatomy textbook, check it out. It shows you all the different planes of the body, and it just really deconstructs it in a way that it all makes sense. And you get to look at naked people. So, yep. Gotta stop saying, Jason. The first chapter in this book basically just goes into the language, because you need to know the language. And then the next chapter is the head, face, and neck. So, what have we done, class? Let's take a look. Oh, I don't want to show you everything. I don't want to show you everything. Yesterday we did the mandible, which included all the teeth. I think it came out pretty good. And then before that we did the zygomatic arch and the skull, which came out pretty good. So, oh man, I'm about to finish my book. I gotta get a new sketchbook, everybody. How many sketchbooks have you finished? Because by the end of this, you should pretty much be able to fill a whole bookshelf. Right? That's what I hear. So the next thing is really, oh goodness. I want to show you guys a better view of what I'm doing. How have I not done that before? You guys can like never see what I'm doing. So a needle pulling thread. I don't know if you can see. There's probably not enough space for all of this, though. We're all learning how to do this together, y'alls. I'm trying to move everything without, like, knocking my butterflies off the screen, because that would be a tragedy. So, we've done our skull a couple times, so I'm kind of going to just try to move on, because we'll go more in depth as we draw it more and more and more, but I feel like it's important to just move on. So let me get a good little space. This is what you guys can see on camera. So that's what I want to draw on. All we're doing is we're being a mirror. And we are taking this and we are putting it here. That's it. You just take what your eyes see and you move it on over. Like obviously it doesn't have to be perfect, but you don't have to stress over it either. What am I drawing right now, everybody? Can you see it? Because you should know, if you've seen the video, what I'm doing right now. It is the zygomatic arch and the mandible. They're pretty much connected. The mandible is connected to the zygomatic arch. And the zygomatic arch is the cheekbone, and the mandible is your jawbone. So you're welcome. That's all it takes to learn anatomy. The cheekbone's connected to the jawbone. The zygomatic arch is connected to the mandible. Are we really going to make this song as we go along? Because I would. Very happily. Does this skeleton look sad? Because he looks a little sad to me. I don't know. Skeletons are usually like really happy. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that this anatomy book is doing a really good job of explaining where it all is. So, oops, I keep breaking my lead because I want to draw really intense yos. There's like a shadow down here, and then underneath the zygomatic arch, the mandible comes down, but there's also shadows of the bones behind it. Look at this weird little circle thing. Like, what even is that? Did you know that you've got a little circle behind your jaw? And the jaw is kind of like a circle, so that's why I'm shading it to be circular. That's another good thing. Just practice drawing some shapes. Because if you draw a rectangle and a cylinder and a circle and a square, that means you're pretty much ready to draw anything. Like, it's that easy. I haven't even gotten to the neck yet. I'm just doing what we've done so far. But that's the important part. You're building on what you've done so far. So coming out from under the back of the cranium, we've got, you know, the neck and the chest, which means that this is like, I don't know, what would you even call that? The voice box or something? Are you guys having fun? Anatomy is fun. Drop a comment below telling me of a song to use for the next video, and I'll do it. I'll tell you, I'll do it. I'm crazy. I hope you can see. This is almost like a Neanderthal kind of skull because it's like really weird looking to me. It's not perfect. Like, This anatomy is showing how, oh, look, this guy, he has skin on top of his bones. Like, that's where the nose would be. And this is where the lips would be. And that's where the chin would be. And that's where the neck would be. This is where the bones, I almost said the freaky bones. Are skeletons freaky? It would be freaky if all you'd had was a skeleton. I'd be like, oh no! Where did all your skin and your muscles and your organs go? How are you walking around like this? um, all of that preparation just to get to apparently this is the atlas. And from a top view, it looks kind of like the JJ. If a JJ could grow a bone, I think that's what it would look like. And then there's another one over here, but it's got what this is called is a dens. So it's basically a bone vajayjay with a bone clitoris on top. And that is the axis. And so the first one was atlas, and then we moved into, you can't even see. I'm kind of learning this myself. This is the atlas for some reason, and this is the dens on the axis of the atlas. Oh my goodness. And then the next one says, it looks almost in between a bone vagina and a bone penis. So, can you see what I'm doing now? This is the 7th cervical. Oh my goodness. 7th cervical vertebra. So if you want to be a doctor, you got to learn all of this, and it's so much easier to learn if you can draw it. Spinos process. So we learn the zygomatic process, and this is, I'm like, why is this moving around? I just remembered because it's supposed to move around. It's supposed to rotate, so the tip is always sharp. So if you want a really good pencil, use the Kurutoga pencil. That's what I'm using. So this whole thing has all been preparation for this spot right here, which I've left blank on purpose. I've drawn everything else. So this is C1 through C7. So I kind of got to divide it up into sevens. And the way that I would do that is I would start with the C4, C5, C6, C7, C3, C2, C1. So, I mean, you see how I did that? You start off in the middle because it's 7. So that would be like 4, and then you have 3 and 3. Boop, 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 boop. And each one kind of has a little, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of just drawing what I'm looking at. I don't really like it. I feel like it's so complicated. But then again, it's like, it shouldn't be because I'm just drawing the same thing like over and over. And then underneath it, there's like more because that's like thrombotic or whatever. So, oh goodness. It's kind of like the teeth. It's like, oh no, details. I don't like details. But then, like how different is each teeth from each one? A tooth, like one tooth will be a rectangle, another one will be a diamond, and the other one will be like a side rectangle with a dip in it. And that's what teeth are. So I didn't even draw them in. Look how I'm like, I'm telling you guys that teeth are fine to draw, and I'm not even drawing them in yet. So, do 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 do. Let's put our money where our mouth is, Jason, and draw in some teeth on our freaky skeleton Neanderthal guy. So I already drawed the neck spine. I kind of put it a little too far back. It should be like here. So I'm kind of gonna have to move this over a little bit. Do 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 do. I mean that's good enough. So I'm just actually gonna count. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's exactly the same as we did last class because there's supposed to be 16 on the top and 16 on the bottom. And we know that there's 3 molars on each side. And then it goes into about 3 kind of more diamond-shaped ones. So now we're doing the diamond-shaped ones. 3 and 3 and 3. So that's 6 on each side. And then from there it goes into like a rectangle. So that was so easy. That wasn't hard at all. And then it's got these little like shadows on the top. Boop, 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 boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. And the bone comes out a little deeper here. And now we've got to shade it in. Give it a little definition. But I think we did a really good job learning something new today. So this is it's hard to read. Cervical vertebra of the neck. So cervix. Wait a second. I was talking about. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to come back to this. Your cervix is your vagina, isn't it? You know, cervical vertebra. Cervical vertebra of the neck. So, a needle pulling thread. We learned about that. So looks like your cervix, but it's in your neck. That's here. So that's here through here. We've got 7 bones in your neck, everybody. C1 through C7, and they're made up of your atlas and axis and dens and sphenius process, the superior view of 3 cervical vertebra. Because I guess there's like 3 different types of vertebra. Do you need me to define this more? Is this a good enough anatomy? Because I'm ready to move in to my self-portrait. I'm ready. At least I would be ready if I went to the bathroom really fast. So rather than pause it, I'm going to ask you guys to just skip ahead about 1 minute. Hello, I'm back. The next time that I do that and run off to the bathroom, you guys need to do some sort of practice. I need to be like, oh, do some pure contour drawing, everybody. Or draw the negative space, everybody. So C1 through C7. Does that make sense? Axis. I'm still kind of trying to work out what the difference between atlas, axis, and Spinius process is, but I guess the Spinius process is the little ball thing that like bumps out. Um, and yep. It's pretty close to what's in the book. I mean, I only spend a couple minutes doing it. It's not like we're not here just for the anatomy. We're here to use the anatomy to draw a self-portrait, everybody. So it only took 30 minutes to get there. Come on, phone. Stay straight. That's a nice drawing. Okay, models, time to disrobe. Ooh. Just kidding. I gotta work out more. So I'm just refocusing my camera. Uh-oh. It's really off balance, everybody. I guess I gotta go back up here. It was just too hard to show you what I was doing. Okay. Who wants to be my cameraman? I'll pay you. I pay well. I'll pay you $16 an hour. No, I'm kidding. $100 an hour. This pencil's like not out of lead because I just filled it up, but I think it's out of lead again. What the heck? No, I can hear him. I don't know. Where's my lead, everybody? Isn't this fun? I'm just gonna use another pencil. Oh my goodness, I'm using another pencil, everybody. What am I doing? So I am going to do a couple gesture drawings today. I didn't do them last time, and I think I kind of paid for it by having a shitty drawing. Gesture drawings are nice because you get to just draw without really worrying about having a terrible drawing. It's literally only supposed to be like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute. And it's just really good practice for like learning where everything is. Just, drawing without picking your pencil up is a really good habit to be in. Boop, 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 do, 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 do. Boop, boop, boop. Like as you can see, I'm drawing, and I'm not using like really specific line work, but you can still see that it's a person. Let's do another one. You start with a circular kind of thingy. You make it more into an egg shape. Putting in my hair because it's really dark and it should be like the first thing that I put in. Mapping out my eyeballs, which are about halfway down. Putting in my beard and mustache because it's the most defining characteristic. Same thing with the eyebrows. Putting in a little shadow so that the face is three-dimensional. Ooh, wait a second. Are we having a little breakthrough right now? Maybe. You tell me. Is my drawing suddenly better than it's ever been? No. It's like, no. Breakthroughs come, I guess, in like small steps, but then eventually, like every once in a while, you'll have like a huge jump, and you'll like have a massive breakthrough, and you're like, oh my goodness, I just gave myself big giant lips. My lips aren't that big. Do 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 do. We've got this nice dark hair. Do 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 do. Maybe I'll turn that into a song. Nice dark hair. Hey, Mr. Guy, you got nice dark hair. Do 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 do. Can you see what I'm doing? No, my hand is blocking. It's a blocking. I'm starting to learn how to like get the gesture drawing on really lightly, but then you only need like very minimal amount of of lines like on top. Um, and you got to get good at putting in those lines. Oops, I broke my lead again. Maybe that's why I ran out of lead before. You've got to get good at putting in those lines without messing up your drawing, basically. Um, because it's kind of like you've got to do the architecture. You've got to be like, okay, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. And then it's at the very end that you put in the finishing touches that brings it all together. Um, so just get good at that. I just want to get good at that. Then I can have a whole bunch of really fancy drawings that only took me like a minute. But I'm sure like once I get good at that, I'm just going to want to have better drawings after that. So I don't really know what the process is going to be. All I know is that I'm working on it with you guys. So give me a like and a subscribe, but really what I want to see is your work. I want to see what you guys do. So show me your work. Got some nice collarbones, really dark chin over here. That was a fun little gesture. Do I want to do more gestures or should I just jump right in? Let's jump right into a big ol' facial portrait. We're only at 40 minutes, so technically I've got 20 minutes to do this, but I don't know if I really want to draw for 20 minutes. So I'm starting out. I want my drawing to be like start here and here. I like I said, you know, it's kind of circular, but in more of an egg shape. Boop 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 boo. Up 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 da da do do. Like this whole thing is all very dark. This is gonna be a big portrait. I've already made it very big. Let's see if that helps us or hurts us. Got my eyes kind of there, my nose. I'm literally doing like the exact same facial placement in like every single drawing. So, boo, that's not working out at all. What if I were to just draw? I'm just gonna draw today. Yeah, I knew that was all messed up. This eye's supposed to be like down here or something. I don't know what's going on, but I do know it's gonna be okay. Should I start over, everybody? I feel like there's always this play-by-play of like, oh no, the drawing is bad, but that's just the left brain saying that. But then that's also me like not having crossed over. I think it's because it's supposed to be like way, way smaller. Um, you guys have any favorite video games? If you have any favorite TV shows? Like I would always tell my kids like picture your favorite TV show of all time, or if you can, just think of one that you really like. You know, like think of the feelings that you feel when you think of it, when you watch that show, when you're drawing that show. Like that's literally what the artists, you know, felt while they were drawing it. Like the show is kind of like a result of the ability to like go there. Anyways, what's this guy talking about? He's not even good at drawing. Everything's all moving around. I might have to start over, Yos. But you never know. You can sometimes save a drawing. But I'm kind of struggling here because I don't think I did it right. But let's keep going just for the sake of science. Roundy nose, roundy chin. I've got like this weird pouty thing going on over here. Oh, the eye is like way, way over. Like way, way over. You've got to get the light in your eye because it's like the most important part and it's really hard. Oh, goodness. What did I just do? I think I might have just been a little overzealous with putting that light in my eye. Which is what I was saying. You gotta be careful because if you put it in the wrong spot, it'll look dumb. Like my dumb face here. Just kidding. I kind of ruined it though. Just putting in a couple more darky hairs. Just because I don't like one part of the drawing doesn't mean I won't like other parts of the drawing, so I shouldn't give up, everybody. Right. I'm kind of feeling the hair. Usually I can't do the hair at all, but this time I was kind of feeling it. So, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, the eye is like totally wrong. Boop, 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 boop. And I always mess up this eye, but let's just keep on drawing, like without really picking up the pencil, just to see what happens. It's just a really bad drawing. I feel like I kind of have to start over. We're at 44 minutes. What if we did, just for the sake of practice, what if for the sake of practice, we were to just start over? So I know that there's like a skull here. I know there's a mandible here. What if I were to kind of start off with our anatomy? That would be where that is. That would be where that is. That would be where that is. My teetholas, and the hair would go on top. And the shoulder kind of comes down. That's a weird cross between a person and a skeleton, and that's kind of like the first time I really did that, but I don't think that, I don't know if that really helped because I feel like I'm still drawing the same old do 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 do. I just felt like maybe I could have a little more fun just flown it out. Like, if I already had a bad drawing, then like, what difference does it make if I were to just do another drawing? You know? You know? I had a friend in Austin who would always say that, and it always kind of stuck out to me. You know? Good at computers. Do 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 do. This whole thing is in shadow. The eye isn't that big. This is kind of like an anime eye for some reason. I was like, no, don't commit. You're doing a new drawing, and I ended up making the same mistake that I did in the other one, which was messing up that eye. But that's okay. It's all okay, everybody. We're just practicing. This is just practice. We are training our eyeballs in the fine art of perceiving reality. Really, we're just putting in the work, like every day kind of thing, guys. Like, just put in a couple drawings every day. I highly recommend, self-portraits. They ain't gotta be perfect, but they gotta be something. That's like the best life advice, apparently, is to just show up. Just show up. That's like how I was president of my hall in college. They were like, hey, you want to be president? And I was like, what, me? They're like, yeah, you. So I was like, okay. So, that's how that happened. Do 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 do. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know, everybody. Um, Even if this isn't the best portrait, I'm still happy with the anatomy that I did today. I did a good anatomy of our C1 through C7 and our axis, and I don't remember what else. C1 through C7, they're made up of axis, but it was the cervical spine, cervical vertebrae of the neck. That's what I really should title the video. Cervical vertebrae of the neck. And if I were to draw them in, they would be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good job. So, since I took off my shirt, I'm seeing some shadows in my shoulders. And my collarbone, which I did draw in the anatomy. There's like a shadow here. This whole thing's just shadowy, shadowy. I'm just keeping it pencil today. I don't feel like being pen oriented or marker oriented today, everybody. This is our second drawing though, so I mean we kind of, even though we didn't get the best drawing, like we did do 2 drawings, which means that if we were Pokemon, our experience bar would go up. And that means that we did get better at drawing, even if we don't have the best drawing. So I don't know. It's been a good video, everybody. We're at like 10 minutes now, so I guess it's kind of time to wrap it up. Make it all pop more. It's not really a good. Let's do a critique, everybody. Drawing. That's a chair. That's a popcorn thingy. That's something. That's a chair over there. The ukulele. Gotta get the angle of the ceiling in. And then we're gonna do January 31st, 2021 with my initials and my little butterfly smiley face signature. Let's see. We did draw a portrait today. We'll do this again. 1/31/2021 because we did do 2 drawings. I would say they're almost like they're like exactly the same. But this one I did a little better with the eyes. This one maybe I did the mustache better. I did the mustache better on this one. This one I did better with the eyes. This one I kind of got the direction of the hair in better, but this one I got the shading of the hair in better. This one I put in shading underneath me. Let's put, just because I've got the head has mass, so you got to put in a neck shadow. Yep, this one has. I gave up on this one, so why am I even comparing them? I should be comparing this with, I liked that gesture drawing. That one was coming really well. I'm really happy with the anatomy. We've got axis and cervical vertebrae of the neck. 1 through 7. It's hard to see. Should I even outline it in pen? No, do it yourself. I mean, I kind of put that one in pen, so maybe I'll put this one in pen. Oh, and here's the lead for my other pencil. How funny. Here's a pen. Will it work though, everybody? We do have a couple minutes left in class, and we didn't even do our slam poetry yet, so maybe I'll just free fall my slam poetry. Just kidding. So I'm starting on the bottom. So once you do a couple, you kind of get the hang of it. Did you see what I did there, everybody? There's like 7. You start with the little. This is called the dens over here. So I guess I started with the dens. No, maybe this was the dens. I don't. Oh, goodness. This is the spinous process. That's what I was drawing. It's like a little ball. It's like a little ball with a thing. So spinous process, and then it moves into the dens and the atlas and the axis. So I'm ready to rub off all this makeup. I don't like having it all on. It's too much for me. I don't like it. Yeah, we drew in a skull, and we drew in the neck, and we drew in all these other bones. So I think we did a really good job today. I just shattered a butterfly. It's okay. It was the bad butterfly. I just totally knocked over a butterfly and it shattered, but it's okay. I'll have more next year. Some good drawings, some bad drawings, some good drawings, some bad drawings. Mostly the portraits are bad. That one's not so bad. I like a lot of them. That one's not so bad. I'm gonna have to get another sketchbook because I've basically filled this whole thing up already. That or I'll just flip it over and use the back. This is all stuff that we've done together. It's not like I'm really showing you anything new, except for those. Those are bad. Yeah. How long have we been doing this? It's been a good, like, half a month already. This is another really good exercise, drawing this face vase for edges and shapes. Just from flipping through, oh, here we can go. We got the skull. We've got C1 through C7 in the spine, and then next we'll do T1 through T12. Then we'll do L1 through L5, then the sacrum. So cervical, thoracic, or whatever, then lumbar, then sacrum. Then we'll do the ribs, then we'll do everybody else. I'm noticing that there's this like first thing where I'll do a circle with the nose, and then I'll do the eye, and I'll be like, that's wrong, start over. And I've done that several times. I did it, that I didn't even, why'd I stop there? I was drawing like, I didn't even draw anything and I stopped for some reason. This one was, I don't know, why'd I stop that one? I think I could have fixed it. This is what I was saying before. I'll do the nose and the eyes and the side. I'm like, oh, that's bad, start over. So I'm just going back and forth between my own drawings. It doesn't really matter what the drawings look like, everybody, as long as you're drawing. So put in the work, show up, do 5 minutes a day. Like what else? What else? We can just be inspired with each other. How much fun would it be to be able to draw yourself, to be able to draw your parents or your siblings or your best friends or your acquaintances, or maybe you're at a job interview and you've got 5 minutes extra. Draw your interviewer. That'll impress them. It doesn't even have to be a good drawing. No one cares. So, don't forget to drop a comment below showing me the work that you did. And I don't know, everybody. This was fun. We did a lot of good work today. I always finish the video with, hey, you want to say goodbye? So, hey, Jason, want to say goodbye? Yes, let me out. Let me out. Bye, everybody. I had fun being created today. I look like a person. I always say this, like if you were to put this drawing next to a picture of a dog, you'd be like, oh, I can tell that that's a person. So, mission accomplished. And I'll also let the other Jason say goodbye because I did do 2 today. Bye, everybody. I had fun. I like to be like Naruto and think that these are like shadow clones. So soon I'll have 1,000. Boop, 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 boop. I've got a lot of drawings. A lot of anatomy. Ooh, I'll compare my, the anatomy that I did today with the anatomy that I did last time. And y'all can help me compare. So the last time, this is what I did today. And this is, I think, what I did last time. Look how small it is. It's kind of more detailed, but I also struggled with the nose. I didn't struggle with the nose, I just put it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I only put in 6 teeth here, and I put in 8 teeth here. So that just shows that as you go along, you get more detailed, you know. I did put in the right amount of atlas and axis. I put in C1 through C7. But just in general, like I think I did a better job. There's darker darks here. It's more three-dimensional. It's bigger. Not to say that bigger is better, but you know, the chest comes out, but the bones meet the chest, and the bones don't meet the chest here. So, yep, anatomy is fun. Anatomy. Today we learned the cervical vertebra of the neck, and that connects to a whole bunch of things. So, yep, we are officially, I drew the same thing here, and I only put in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. I put in like no teeth here, and I didn't even label it. It was just totally bad. So, yep, you get better and you get better and you get better. Did I do it again? Wow, I like anatomy, yos. Takes lots of practice. So let's inspire each other. Let's work together. Let's be a good art community. That being said, my video is over. I've got lots of other work to do. So, yeah, fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I ran out of energy. I'm tired now. I'm a slug. Art takes a lot of brain energy, but it's fun. So take it in steps, everybody, and I'll see you again tomorrow.